Let's jump ahead to this one then. Once again, we have the natural log of 40 plus 2 times the natural log of a half plus the natural log of x. So we do know that this 2 should end up being an exponent on 1/2. I'll just do that first. That would give us ln of 40 plus ln of 1/2 to the second power. 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. Now we know that when we are adding, we can convert this into multiplying and combine it under one log. So that would be ln of 40 times a fourth, that's just 10, times x, ln of 10x. The last thing I want to cover is called the change of base formula. If you guys recall and have a good understanding of 7.4, I told you guys that we are going to avoid the log button on our calculator and the ln button on our calculator. And the reason for that is that the log button on your calculator, so if you ever just see log, that means log base 10. We never write log base 10, we always just write log. That's called the common log. Similarly, we never write, if you ever see ln, that means log base e, that constant e. However, now we're going to start using our calculator, and I'm going to show you guys how we can do that to answer some log questions. So let's say we have a hypothetical scenario where we have log base c of a. Okay, let's say for just picking something random, let's say we have log base 5 of 2. Now, going back to 7.4, you guys should know that what this question is asking is it's saying 5 to what power is 2, right? 5 to some power is going to be 2. We don't know what that is. Obviously, it's got to be smaller than 1 because 5 to the first power is 5. So it's got to be smaller than 1, but we know that the answer to that question is log base 5 of 2. We can use this thing called the change of base formula to type this into our calculator in a kind of a tricky way. So I'm going to do this just kind of following this formula. Log base 5 of 2. Notice 2 is the full size number. The full size number gets put into the numerator. So this is the same as log base b, I'm just going to leave that blank for now, of 2. And then the base of my old log is going to become the big number in the denominator. Log base b of 5. Now notice that in this part there isn't the letter b. B is only introduced in the second part. That's because we can pick literally any base that we want to pick, and it will be true. If it was base 1, base 2, base e, base 10. Now, because our calculator can do log base 10 or log base e, that's what we're going to do. We'll just make this log base 10 or log base e. I don't really care. By putting nothing, remember, I'm doing log base 10. So what I can do is I can type this into my calculator, and that will tell me what x would be here. So log base 2, just like I said, I'm typing this into my calculator, close parentheses, divided by log base 5. That spits out, remember we use 3 decimal places generally for talking about logs, 0.431. We could kind of verify this by doing 5 to the 0.431, it should be about 2. Remember, I've talked about how when you're using these rounding, when you're rounding these answers, it's going to be off by quite a bit because they're in the exponents. They have a big impact on the number. But if I do 5 to the second answer, it should come out perfectly as 2. Or if I do 5 to the 0.431, it comes out as 2.001. So that indeed did work. Let's look at a couple other examples. I want you guys to see how quick this is once you understand it. Log base 2 of 10. All you do is you type it in as log of the full size number divided by log of the base. Log 10 divided by log 2. We could do ln 10 divided by ln 2. It doesn't matter as long as the same base is in the numerator and denominator. We're always going to choose 10 or 2 though. Or sorry, we're always going to choose 10 or e though, because those are the ones our calculator has built in. So I can go ahead and I can type this into my calculator, log 10 divided by log 2, and I get 3.322. Remember what that's saying is 2 to the 3.322 power is 10. Once again, log of the full size number, log of 8 divided by log of 0.5. What this is saying is 0.5 to what power is 8? Log 8, close parentheses, divided by log 0.5 is -3. 0.5 to the -3rd power is 8. It worked. I'll just do this one too. Might as well. We're here. Log 108 divided by log 4. Type that into my calculator, and I get 2.254. So that is 7.5. I hope it makes sense to you. If it does not, please come see me during office hours and we can have a chat about it. Good luck.